bitch. I want more.
So my heart then froze, bro. I was really hoping I would just go wake up in my bed, because I was hoping it was a dream, man. I was just hoping it was a dream. She came up there and said, all of y'all better strip right now, because one of y'all got that goddamn phone, bro. I felt like I was in between a rock and a hard place. But bro, without hesitation, after she said that, I just walked right out the room with Hinton, got the phone out my pocket, I just gave it to her, bro. I just gave it to her. Without hesitation, I just gave her the phone. I didn't know what else to do with me. I certainly wasn't going to keep the phone in my pocket and let her strip and let her go to everyone. I just wasn't about to do all that, so I just gave her the phone. And when I gave her the phone, bro, she gave me this look. Like, the look on her face said, why? And she just had like this wide look on her face. I can't really explain, but it's just the way she looked at me, bro. It's like she wasn't expecting me to do it. And the first thing she said to me was, why didn't you tell me you had it when we were at Red Robin? And I said I did not know, because I really didn't. I just was not thinking. I was in 8th grade. It's my first time doing something like that, and I was just nervous. I told so many lies that night, bro. After that, she took the phone from me. She went downstairs and she started talking to her husband. Because the reason why she even knew that I had the phone was because, like I said in the part 1 of this story time, that her and John, aka the owner of the phone, exchanged phone numbers, bro. They exchanged phone numbers, and he tracked the phone to her address, which was hers, called her, and she found out that it was at the house and one of us had the phone. So after that, bro, I heard her downstairs talking to her husband, and the only words I remember her saying was, yeah, that boy up there has the phone. And bro, that right there made me feel salty and bad, bro. It was already starting to settle in, the frustration, bro. The frustration I had with myself was starting to settle in. Now, mind you, nobody in there knew that I had the phone except for Hinton, okay? So all of them were like pretty much looking at me like they're confused because they didn't know I had the phone. And we were all just up there talking about it and stuff. And then Miss Sarah calls me and Hinton downstairs, bro. She calls me and Hinton downstairs, and she has Hinton's mom on the phone waiting for me. I get on the phone with Hinton's mom, and she just starts yelling at me, because look, I've been in Hinton's house plenty of times before, because that's my best friend. And she started yelling at me, fussing. She was saying how I shouldn't have done that, and that's a disgrace. Why would I do that? And then she told me that I'm not allowed to hang out with Hinton no more. But she said I'm not allowed to hang out with him no more, and she told him that I'm not allowed to hang out with him at school no more, and I can't go over to his house, yada yada yada. And then here's where things really got crazy, bro. Hinton's mom asked me for my mom's phone number, bro. She asked me for my mom's phone number because she was going to tell her the whole situation. And I don't let other people tell my mom situations that went on, because they go make it sound all out of context, and it's going to make me get even more trouble. At least that's what I did back in the day, because I used to get in trouble a lot. But bro, here's what I did. I used my brain, and I did not give her my mom's phone number. Instead, I gave her my grandma's phone number. I gave her my grandma's phone number because I knew, at least I thought, that my grandma was not going to have me in much more trouble compared to my mom. But that's going to come in later in the story. But anyway, I gave her my grandma's phone number, and we hung up off the phone. And we both went back upstairs, and Miss Sarah told me to get ready because we was about to go back to Red Robin, and I was about to give back the dude his phone. And my bad, y'all, I don't know if y'all can hear that in the background, but it's raining outside. But anyway, like I said, she told me to go with her back to Red Robin to give the dude back his cell phone, man. And at first I thought she was gonna take me back home, bro. I was really expecting to go back home right that night, but she didn't take me home. Instead, we went back to Red Robin, drove like 20 minutes. In the whole 20 minutes, she was giving me lectures on how she was once in my position as a kid and the yada this and that. But it was all understandable. But at the same time, I was really more focused on myself. Like I was really thinking in my head, why did I do this? Like, why did I make this decision? But anyway, bro, we finally pull up the Red Robin, and the dude standing right outside the front doors with his hands in his pockets. And we pull up and we park and we get out the car and we walk towards John. First thing they did was they shook hands, and she was like, yeah, he's the one who took the phone, blah blah blah. And I looked into this dude's eyes, this white man's eyes, and man, I just felt sunken down on the inside. And I handed him back his phone, And then he like introduced himself to me. I don't remember what his name was, so I just gave him a name, which was John. And he was like, yeah, my name is John, blah blah blah. And she said something, I don't remember what she said. And then he looked at me and he was like, bro, here's where he really pissed me off. Back then I didn't really get pissed off, but thinking back at it, it would piss me off. He said to me, it's okay, man, I work in a program where we deal with misbehaved teenagers. I'll repeat that. He said, I work in a program where we deal with misbehaved teenagers. Bro, man, like I said, back then I did not think too much about it, but looking back at it, bro, that's some green ass shit to say, bro. Honestly, that's some real green ass shit, bro. John, if you ever see this video one day, bro, fuck you, bro. I don't know why the hell you even say some shit like that, bro. Fuck you. So after that's all done and over, we go back to the house. I go back to Miss Sarah's house, all right? And I go back in there with Hinton and all them upstairs. And I don't even go out there in the living room with him. I just go right into the dude room and I cry myself to sleep, bro. I just went in there and cried myself to sleep because I was that shooken up, man. I was that shooken up. It was that bad that I just went in there and had to cry my damn self to sleep like a little bitch. The next morning went by smooth. It all seemed like nothing ever happened. Like the way Miss Sarah treated me is as if nothing ever happened, you know, and no one talked about it or nothing. It wasn't until that night that I went home to my mom, alright? And like I said earlier, I gave Hinton's mom my grandma's phone number. So my mom did not know about it, right? Wrong, okay? After Miss Sarah drops me off and I go into the room, I go right upstairs to my room and I play Xbox, alright? I was on Xbox 360. My mom was in the shower when she dropped me off. Keep that in mind. She was in the shower when she dropped me off. And then, bro, a few minutes go by. After I'm playing Xbox, she comes into my room. And I didn't think that she knew about it, okay? She comes to my room and she says, so you like stealing phones, huh? I turn around and she got a belt in her hand, bro. She got a belt in her hand. She says, so you like stealing phones now, huh? Bro, my heart then froze once again, man. Turns out my grandma told her. It turns out she told her about the whole situation and she found out. Then fast forward, bro, just the moral of the story is I got my ass beat, bro. I got my ass beat on the mic on 360. All my friends are sitting there laughing at me and shit, bro. But yeah, man, that just goes to show that you just do not steal, man. Just do not steal. Cause I got yelled at, I got confronted, and I got my ass beat. 3 things that happened within 48 hours, bro. So that the moral of the story is, bro, just do not steal. I learned from my lessons, man. It was like 2-3 years ago, but even to this day, I will still never do it again, bro. Never. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. We is at almost 140 subscribers, I think. We is grinding for that 1K. We grinding, it's not gonna stop, bro. The grind is not gonna stop. We gonna keep going for that 1K, baby. We gonna keep going. Like I said, hope y'all enjoyed the story time. This your boy Sneaks. Peace out, bro.